We are now live on the tube. Excellent. Let me just check. Ooh, I missed it. Not too much going on. I am going to load into this super quickly, just to kind of see how many people we get coming in. Go from there. So let's do that. Hello, Jam and Jam. How are you doing? Just kind of warming this up. Like I said, I won't be playing this much. There's not much to do. I just subbed back. I looked and I had a couple of dollars through donations on PayPal. So, wasn't too bad. Otherwise, I would have had to have wait another couple of weeks to get this. How are you doing? If I haven't already asked you that yet. Oh, nice. 3 a.m. You must be somewhere far out east in the eastern part of the world. At least I would guess. What part of the world are you from? I could take a guess, but... Sable. Oh, okay. Oh, Australia. Excellent. Hello, Outlaw Mason. How are you doing today? But don't let me keep you up all night from sleeping. It's funny, some people say my voice is calming and relaxing, but I think that gets thrown off by the fact that sometimes I just talk and ramble on so much. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to queue up for a couple of dungeons, see what happens. I feel a bit weird today. I'm getting like weird headaches and dizzy spells, and then they come and go. So I'm just kind of messing around. I'm not really doing too much. I am queued for a battleground in case I do decide to partake in one. You're just super bored. Yeah. It's like I am, but I'm not. I just really enjoy doing this. It's crazy. I feel like I have like my own little mini talk show type thing where I'm just playing video games and chit-chatting with a couple of people. Flying around, seeing who may need help. That kind of thing. Anyone happen to need a quick hand with a quest while I'm in the area? I know retail is easy mode, but figured I'd ask in case. Big, long, convoluted statement. I could have just said, anyone need a hand, rather? But no, I gotta get into this long, descriptive thing. So yeah. So yesterday, we broke a live stream record. 18 whopping crazy people were watching me consecutively. I have a quest to collect 2 million gold and it's kicking my ass. Uh-huh. I bet. Huh. Oh, and I also, with that, yesterday that was pretty exciting, like I said, when I hit the 18 views there. Maybe someday I'll hit 20. I also found out, which I kind of figured it would, but I wasn't sure, When I leave my OBS there, like my streaming software, like up and running with the preview window, with the fancy, you know, webcam overlay in the background and all that, I didn't know that those would suck up a lot of CPU power. I really didn't. I was using up almost like 22% of my CPU. And I was like, what in the blue hell is that? So anyhow, I hide the preview and it drops it down to like 7 or 8%, which is about average. And if I get rid of all the fancy background stuff and I leave the preview on, it's kind of like about the same. But I can just watch myself on YouTube. I mean, it's delayed by a couple of seconds, right? But at least it gives me an idea. So I just turn off the preview. That seems to be helping a little bit. Hello. Aju, how's it going? But in the overworld, some different zones yield different results. It's kind of really weird. I don't understand shoutouts, to be honest with you. I don't get the meaning behind them. I've already explained that to you before. I technically shout out everyone when they come in, and I'm able to keep up with the chat because I'm not that popular. I'm able to, you know, say hello, Aju. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's a shout out. I don't know. I don't get the whole I'd like to give a shout out to whoever. Like, honest to God, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Because I, in theory, did shout you out when you came in right away. As I did everyone else. Now, I'd imagine for someone like Dr. Disrespect, that might be a little bit difficult. When you got 50,000 people in your stream. Bleeding Hollow people. No. I change it when I want to. Because you're always trying to get me to do weird shit in my streams. Look at this, even in World of Warcraft, there's just some real dicks out there, eh? I offered a hand, remember? I said, anyone happen to need a quick hand with a quest while I'm in the area? And the guy goes, oh, people from BH, because I'm from Bleeding Hollow, that's the server I play on, are retarded. Don't at me. Oh, I'm so hurt. I was called a retard because I came in offering help. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But that's the type of people that you get nowadays in this game or any other game for that matter. Let's take a look and see where we are. No, there wouldn't be anybody there. Oh, let's go to Winter Spring. You know what? I haven't been there in a long time. Let's go check it out. But yeah, that is pretty funny. Now, I've seen before people ask for a helping hand. And then people refuse to help and say, why would I help? World of Warcraft retail is so easy, blah blah blah, just do it yourself, you noob. And then a guy returns back and insults you. That would be different, right? Because you were rude to begin with. But I'm the one that actually went out of my way to offer help.
Greetings.
So I find that interesting. Nordrasil Hygel. Right. Moonglade, sure, why not? What do you mean, read it? I love you. Well, thank you. I'm just saying, you seem like a cool guy or whatever, but you're always getting me to want to do odd stuff like whistle or sing or change all this different stuff, play all these different games. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little slow on the downtime in this game. It's a lot slower than a Call of Duty, but I really do enjoy this game a great deal. Yeah. That's why nobody talks. Everybody's passed out because of my voice. When you hear my voice, you shall fall into a deep slumber. And then you've got like the angelic music playing in the background from World of Warcraft. That's some pretty funny shit. I talk about this all the time. I complain about it all the time, but I just can't help it. Really, really wish the battleground times were just shorter. I just really wish they were. Because what happens is this, right? You've got the Horde versus the Alliance. And the numbers aren't even. So let's say battleground is like 15 versus 15, right? What ends up happening is if you have a lack of numbers on one side, so like 14 versus 13, right? That battleground won't start until there's the full 15 versus 15. I'm saying there should be an option. It pops up. Such and such a battle is ready. Are you willing to enter an unfilled battleground? You can choose to say no, because it could end up being lopsided. Maybe it's 10 on 5. But at least the shit would commence. At least your battleground would start. You could start doing something. And then as other people queue up, they can start trickling into the battleground, right? Hello, Tom. So I think that would be pretty interesting if they did that. Like that type of system. That way it would lessen the queue times. You could get right into the action. It might be a terrible idea, but it would be something in the meantime. Well, any minute there should be a battleground. Hopefully. This is an old area. I think it's Fellwood I'm in. Yeah. One of the old school zones. Mid to high level zone, it used to be. It's always been a fairly quiet kind of area. There's never been too many people in here. Yeah, well, they can. It changes from expansion to expansion, from year to year. Sometimes it's 2 minutes. So my playtime in this game? Oh, I easily over 80,000 hours, probably closer to 100,000. I've been around since day one. I've taken several breaks here and there throughout the last couple of years where I wouldn't be subscribed and I would play on my trial account. But I've still been relatively active. Despite how slow-paced a game can be, when you're not questing or you're not leveling up and you're just fiddling around, I still manage to enjoy it. So this is the Druid area that people used to come to. People used to have a hearth set to this location. It was a Druid-only area. I mean, anybody could come here, but that's the lore behind this story. No, that's fine, Joe. I don't know what language that was. My PayPal not working here in India. I don't know if PayPal works in India. Donations are usually done through the dollar sign underneath the chat. You can do it from YouTube. And the PayPal Me link generally should work in most countries around the world. I know that there's some areas of the world that certain things don't work. I have no idea what that says. So I'm going to check out Winter Spring in the meantime. Hello, Silent Ghost. Yeah, it's afternoon here where I'm at, in this part of the world. We are now in the Winter Springs. This is an area that brought back a lot of good memories. No. I don't do stuff like that on command. I'm not, Take it easy. Aju, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I never fall for those tricks. Can you say this? Can you say that? Can you do this? Can you do that? Oh, my day's going pretty decent so far. How's yours? Just waiting for a battleground to pop. It should hopefully happen any moment. Like I said before, this is a fairly more laid-back kind of game when you're in between battles. It's definitely no Call of Duty where you'll get in the action within, 10 seconds of each match. Yeah, no. Because I know. That's the thing, eh? I know. I play dumb sometimes. Sometimes I pretend like, yeah. I see what's going on there. It's weird. I get these vibes sometimes. I could smell it. I could smell what's going on from a mile away, as the expression goes. Sometimes I don't always catch on right away, or I just don't have time to, because I'm kind of focused on chatting and seeing what other people are saying, but definitely never understood this recent thing where people want me to spell something out or say a certain word. I mean, I talk so much, I almost virtually say every word in a dictionary every stream. You know what I mean? Yeah, so there's definitely not much going on here. Almost, actually. I almost make a full living on YouTube. I know it's funny, because there's like, 4 or 5 people in a stream? So we can all have a good laugh and go, wow, how does that pay the bills? This is my charity work. Let's just say YouTube pays me half of what I generally make every month. So this should be somewhat exciting. Oh, I cuss, especially on Twitter, but I'm just not one of those people that has the need to constantly swear. I mean, there's certain words I just say on average, but... yeah, it's ad revenue, because I average close to 250,000 views a month on my channel. Sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less, but my average is about 250,000 views a month. Then I get some donations here and there. So I tack that on, and yeah, within 6 months on YouTube, a year ago, I half replaced my monthly income. It's pretty impressive. I just upload so much, right? 10 views here, a couple thousand views there, 10,000 views on another video, right? It all comes full circle. And then by the end of the month, like I said, I generate what I consider a lot of views for the amount of subscribers that I have and how long I've been around on YouTube active. But yeah, Silent Ghost, I don't know if they're trying to get me to cuss. I just think they're... some people like to troll. They like to try to get me to say goofy, silly things. But I just don't fall for that. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, we're being naughty. Now we're talking. The claws of justice will kill you. He's just delaying the inevitable. Stupid fear. Boom. Another one bites the dust. At least they're not thought people who wants people to do the blue whale challenge. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that blue whale? Oh, that's... yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. That's some disgusting stuff, that is. Getting people to off themselves? Yeah. I don't even want to vocally verbalize what it is that that sickness is. That's right. You will succumb to the bitch slap. There we go. Run away, and you're done. And so are you. That's what happens when you funk around. I would say the real word, but you say it too many times and your video gets the limited ads. Hang on while you can. You're just delaying. Boom. God, I love this game. It's so relaxing. There's so much more that goes on when the action is hot than something like Call of Duty. But Call of Duty, I'm always like super on edge. Yeah, it is disgusting. I thought the blue whale challenge wasn't... No, it's real. I know people that know people who know someone who's a victim of it. It's, yeah. It's pretty wild. It's beyond my understanding, but yet with how the world is, and just how people are in general, it doesn't surprise me. Run away. You can't do shit to me. Yeah, spin around like a little tornado. Your hits are like a wet noodle hitting a concrete wall. Does absolutely nothing. You want some of this? They all want some of this. And I don't even have that good a gear. But these whelps disappoint me greatly. Ooh, the multi-shot from the hunter. It's too bad you fired off like 12 arrows and I'm still at 98% health. Keep trying. You might eventually get there. Send the whole zoo after me. And you're still gonna die. It's hard not to like this game. Because I feel like a real beast. I don't feel like a beast when I play Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. But I'm always getting my ass smacked. 6 ways from Sunday, 1 way from Monday. You know what I mean? Alright, let me hide in a corner because I can do that. And let me keep up with the chat. There are also these YouTubers who troll fake accounts of the person who made the challenge. Right? All I seen was they do it on Discord for their video. Yeah. So I'll kind of say something about it, but not much about it, because I don't know. It's not something I think is funny. But that challenge where, you know, essentially, for the lack of a better term, is something that eventually makes you off yourself permanently. I don't know. I didn't really study the psychology behind it. I don't know if a lot of the people that start it are already depressed really bad, you know what I mean? And on the verge of, like, suicide. I don't know how that works. But I do know that there's been some people who were perfectly, like, mentally okay or whatever. And, you know, with that challenge thing, the people that they end up interacting with, it's almost like they threaten them to do it or something like that. And it's like, that's pretty insane. And then they get afraid that if they don't do it on their own terms, because you can make it fairly, like, painless, they threaten that they'll kill them. And they'll come for them because they know where they live. These people can dox you. These are like top-notch hackers from around the world. You can't hide from them. They know everything about you, whether you tell them the information or not. And so they fear for themselves and how they're going to get offed by them, what could potentially happen to their friends and family. It's a pretty big thing. It's definitely, like, not even something I would mess around with. Like, just to troll the people, I mean? You know, like, screw you, you piece of shit. Like, what's that gonna do? You know what I mean? That's not gonna do anything. Because then you fall into that loophole, and if you get under their radar, yeah, not a good thing. The scary thing is how fast they can find out who you are and track you, and actually have people in all different parts of the world that can literally physically come after you. It's quite something. And it looks like this is a done deal. Flawless victory. That was terrible. That was cringy. I don't know what voice that was supposed to be. It was just supposed to have a little bit of grunt in it. Grit or whatever. I don't care. This is what we're looking at. 44 kills. And a goose egg for deaths. Literally a flawless victory. I ain't gonna get that in Call of Duty. I'm just saying. Yeah, let's change the topic. Hi, so I was watching this bald dude on YouTube and we're talking about that challenge. Yeah. No, not at all. Definitely not something that's fun to talk about. Oh. What did you remove, Silent Ghost? To change the topic. Yeah, that's what I remember you saying. Have you heard about the circus fire? It was intense. What part of the world? What circuit? No. I don't. Unless it was like on the main news. I haven't heard of it. Anyhow, I had fun in that battleground. I don't know if that was... I wish there was 20 people in here. Not because I want the attention. But because I have a question. I was curious what people thought. But there's only a couple of people left in here, I think. I could still ask, I guess. You mean I got trolled? Or whatever, and I didn't realize it? Silent Ghost was asking me something that was, that went way over my head. Over my bald chrome dome. That was a dad joke? About hearing about a circus fire? I totally, yeah, don't get it. Even if you tell me that it was intense. Oh my god, intense. Intense. Holy Jesus, Murphy. Yeah, I got it now, Einstein. As like a circus in a tent. Because there's a lot of circuses I've seen. And they literally are in like a big, massive tent. So it wouldn't have surprised me. Or maybe I knew, and I just didn't go along with it. Yeah, I don't think you'll be buying that one. Anyhow, this is a wonderful game I enjoy a lot. Now, for the few people that are in here, be honest with me. Because I want to know. I want to know. What do you prefer watching? I won't be insulted because I don't care. A World of Warcraft battleground where there's like a bunch of crazy stuff, spells, me turning into a bear, mangling and clawing people to death and never dying. Just thought I'd throw that into the mix. And never dying, people get annihilated by the claws of justice. Or me playing Call of Duty, but dying 15 fucking times a match. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, I prefer Call of Duty. Well, we're talking about me now. I'm talking about me because, let's be honest, I suck at Call of Duty. There's no sugarcoating it. I'm always at the bottom of the list. I mean, there is no way to put it nicely. I don't have what it takes to be a decent player at Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like I could be decent at this game. Might not be as popular of a game to watch, but it also doesn't break the pace of the game, the flow of the game. When I get into a battle and I start clawing bitches up, I don't go down often. I think out of the last 100 kills I've got, I've only died like 3 times. Whereas in Call of Duty, sure, I get 10, 12, sometimes 16 kills a match. But I die so often, it breaks the flow, the fluidity of the game, the pacing, right? Always having to go back to a waypoint, gotta run all the way back just to get shot again. And you know what I mean? I don't know how interesting that is. Yeah. Well, when I deleted my message, I just deleted to fix the grammar. Oh, okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna, like, no one needs to say, bro, you suck at COD. Hey, listen. You don't think I know that, right? I'm always at the bottom of the goddamn list, like I said. It's really not hard to see, right? Anyways, I was just curious. See, if I was good at Call of Duty, not amazing, but just good, Call of Duty would probably be more interesting, generally speaking. The game on its own might be a bit more interesting to more people compared to World of Warcraft. But because I'm so terrible at the game, yeah, that's sort of the dilemma that I'm in. By the way, I'm not just doing nothing here. I was actually technically waiting, but now for an epic battleground, where it's like a lot of frickin' people. You know what I mean? There's two types of battlegrounds. There's, let me see something here. Yeah, see, give you an example. Give you just a quick example here. So most battlegrounds you can see, like for a regular battleground, because you've heard me say the term and queue up for two different battlegrounds, you might be like, well, what's an epic battleground versus like a regular one? A regular one is a 15 versus 15. That's pretty big. Again, Call of Duty's like 5 or 6 versus 6, or sometimes 10v10. 10v10 is like the smallest match. There's only a couple of BGs that are 20-man. Look at this bitch. These are the epic. You understand why it's called epic now? There's 80 effing people. It's a 40 versus 40. Absolute slaughterhouse of shit going on. But a lot of them are 10v10. Again, a couple are 40 versus 40. This one's a 25 versus 25. It's still considered an epic battleground, as you can see. Anyhow, I just wanted to share that with you really quick. I read a book about anti-gravity once, but when I got it done, it was impossible to put... yeah. I like sometimes brain teasers like that, like play on words like that, yeah. Anyhow, I was just waiting around to see, but as you can see, we've been in queue for 35 minutes, but don't forget, when I was in that other battleground, this timer paused, so I was left on standby. Anyhow, it's getting a little bit too slow for my liking, but I really do enjoy the game. Like I said, it's still kind of... I think most people by now that watch me kind of know roughly what my average go-to games are. Bit of World of Warcraft, bit of Call of Duty, Skater XL, sometimes Ghosts of Tsushima or whatever other fairly new console game or game in general that's come out. I mean, I'll try a round. Like I said, I do really enjoy this game. Some matches are absolutely atrocious. I'm still playing around getting used to certain weapons, and my performance changes drastically from weapon to weapon sometimes. It's pretty nuts how that happens. Thank you. Well, I mean, I'd like to think I'm, still learning too. My streams are almost more about socializing and just casual gaming. Because like I said, I'm no Dr. Disrespect. That dude, man, he's a streaming king, a stream god. You know what I mean? He's funny. He's actually amazing at the games that he plays. He's like a world champion. Can actually win full-on battle royale games. Like, his editing skills are absolutely insane. He edits while he's live streaming. And I understand he's got a live editor with him too, but that's not the point. Just like the creativity behind his whole show, you know what I mean, is just absolutely insane. Sometimes I watch replays of his streams when I'm laying down in bed just because of how, like, funny and, entertaining it can be. There's nobody else quite like him that I've ever come across. And he could be terrible at the game and I would still be just as into it, if that makes any sense. Because of just how, just how he is, just period. But I try not to watch him too much, and I've said this before I get into a match there really quick. I get afraid of watching streamers because I don't want to subconsciously, accidentally start adopting certain things from other streamers, if that makes any sense. I don't want to see what most of them say or do, or, you know what I mean? I don't want to be influenced by them. And sometimes that can be hard, like I said, to get away from that, whether you do it on purpose or subconsciously. Anyhow, I'm just checking out the store really quick. I gotta admit, that does look pretty cool. There's that one. Yeah, that one. I just wish they told you the stupid-ass weapon it was. Sometimes I can't always fully tell. Because with all the radical different attachments that you can have, like this one I know is like kind of like an M13 kilo-ish kind of weapon. You know, it sort of kind of has that look to it. But I have to admit, I hate that when I look at a weapon in a store and I can't even tell you the frickin' weapon that it is. It's pretty pathetic. A problem I have when I stream is that I'm not at talking that much because I'm somewhat shy, right? And have trouble talking to people. You're not good at talking. Yeah, I get you. I'm not saying I'm good at it. What I would like to think, because I doubted myself too, you see. Let's get into this really quick, sorry. I've been on YouTube for like 16 years. I've been on disability half my life. I moped around for a lot of years and just kind of wish I could do better for myself. And I watched all these people grow and become successful and make money, and not just about the money, but having fun, having that security, but also having like a community, becoming a brand. And then I started doing it, like regular uploads, and started getting some views. And then within 6 months, I reached 1,000 subs. I was monetized, and bam, my first check ever was almost $400. And I was like, what? Like, is this a mistake? And then month after month, it's been a year now that I'm monetized. I'm just like, the money just keeps coming in. I don't know where all the views are coming from, because as I've joked around before, I barely pop 5 or 6 people in a stream. My average views on a video aren't really all that high at all, but my overall channel pulls in a decent amount of views to make some money. So I was like, I'm having fun. That's the main thing. Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Do I feel like a superstar when I turn on the lights, camera, and the action goes, whether there's one person in the stream, 18 people yesterday, or 0 on Twitch for 2.5 hours straight. And somehow I still manage to just keep flapping my gums 100 miles an hour. I'm not saying what I'm saying is interesting. It's just a lot of rambling and ranting. But I was surprised that I was able to do it, whether I'm doing it well or not. I don't think anybody would want to watch a streamer who's on Twitch by himself and he's not talking at all. I'm just saying, it's hard, but I would still do it if I was that type of person, right? Sorry, CJ says, Ghost, that's the one thing you can't be, to be a successful streamer. You don't have to be good at games, but you have to have a good personality. Yeah, and I'm not saying I have a good one, but I've often joked about this, and then I'll get into the action there. And maybe this is why there's only 3 people in the stream. There's too much talking, not enough pew pew bang bang and headshots. My gameplay is abysmal. It's just not that great. There's no sugarcoating it. I've said this a million times. So to make up for that, something's got to give. I know that I naturally just love talking. Can you tell? I can't shut up for 10 seconds. That can either be a good thing or a bad thing. When you're streaming, people tend to want to see you. Even if you're ugly and you look like a pebble head, like I do, people want to see you. It makes it more personal, makes it more intimate. Greetings, Haruki. Yokoso. Did I say that right? Konnichiwa. I hope I pronounced that right, because I didn't look at my cheat sheet with how I'm supposed to pronunciate that. Yeah, and that's the main thing I'd like to think before I finally, pun intended, pull the trigger on this here. If people sense that you're actually having fun, it's okay to be a bit off and be a bit frustrated, like when I die all the time. That's not always that fun, but if you have fun and you have a decent energy to you and you're fairly kind of alive and you're not like, okay, well, at least I got a couple kills there, maybe I'll try another match there. Like, there's people, no offense, they sound like that, right? And that's not really, you know, with all due respect, all that entertaining. So, yeah. Main thing is, you gotta enjoy what you're doing. Like I said, you watch some of my old streams on Twitch, ain't nobody watching my ass on Twitch. 2.5 hours I did a stream by myself, and I still managed to talk as if there was like 1,000 people in the stream. But yeah, hopefully that's something that can work for me in the future. I don't know. Only time will tell. Maybe I'm just not meant to be a streamer. That's possible, right? Maybe, you know, I'm just whatever. Like I don't have potentially have the necessary tools to make it work, to be successful on Twitch, to maybe have a partnership, make some money, right? Not talking millions here, I'm just talking a couple bucks, you know? So, but when I do see people making millions, I go, maybe I can make tens of thousands, you know? Maybe I can make 5% of what these people make. And if I could, well, I would be set. But yeah, Haruki, did I pronunciate that right? What I said? Anyways, let's get into a bit of action. Sorry, I wouldn't have been able to say what I said and then play at the same time, especially not this game. Like I said, I know, trust me, I know. My streams aren't for everyone. Sometimes there isn't always a lot of action. I'm not always looking to play all the games that have the most action in them. Hello, this is EA, and we are here to collect your taxes. Yeah. Haruki, you didn't answer me. Did I pronunciate those 2 words in Japanese correctly? That's some honest criticism after. Oh, sure. I mean, it'll be hard for me to change my ways, right? Because, like, when I talk or do my thing, I'm just being myself, if that makes any sense. There's not much that I can force myself to do, if that makes any sense. 57. Yeah, let me try a little bit of this.
Domination. Capture and hold objectives. We captured Alpha. We're taking Bravo. You're needed at A. We're on Charlie. Stand by.
I'll look at the chat in a second there.
We're taking Bravo. We got Charlie. We lost Alpha. We captured Bravo. Enemy at Charlie.
Really?
Securing Alpha. Allied UAV overhead. Enemy at Bravo. All points are
Got him. Through the smoke.
Enemy at the shipping area.
Oh. Sneaky little turd right here. Hello, Mr. Walter. How's it going? Well then. Alright, let me try to... There we go. That was sloppy. That was a sloppy Joe right there.
Enemy UAV overhead. We're taking Bravo.
This can sometimes be a decent spot.
2 objectives lost. Move in. Need backup at Charlie.
Ah!
We're holding Bravo. Hostiles in.
Oh, I can't multitask. My ADHD is so terrible. My dual monitor setup is not all that great. What do you mean by multitasking, though? If you mean play Call of Duty, see where everyone's coming from on my big fat monitor, or TV rather, and then watch the chat at the same time, that'll probably never happen. Got him. Oh. Oh, it does open. Oh, yeah, that'll never happen. I say that all the time. In general, though, I'm good at paying attention to the chat because it's small. But depending on what I'm saying... Boom. Another one. And another. I'm on a roll here. And then... Kaboom. Not too much, Patrick? What's up with you?
Enemy at the restaurant. Losing ground. Enemies taking Bravo. Stand by. Lost Bravo. Stand by.
Shit. Come on, he's right here. There, I got another one at least. Well, it depends on the level of superficialness that some people have.
We're taking Bravo.
Some people are pulling in big numbers on their stream, even if the person is a little bit of a dick or a little cocky, because they're just so good at the game. That's what draws in the people. Of course, like, if a guy was like, or a girl, was like super funny and like, you know, just making you laugh and they sucked at the game, well then yeah, then that makes up for that, right? Because now they've got something else that you're coming in for. Oh, jeepers.
Retake those objectives. Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, again, that's a personality thing. Because it's hard for me to read people's minds as well. I've had people personally met... Oh, they're good, there's a break. Because I joined mid-stream, or mid-match.
Tomorrow will be different.
Still on the bottom, whatever. That's a personal thing. Like me on a personal level, I enjoy feeding the trolls. But, like I've mentioned tons of times, people have been saying, hey, listen, you know, you roast them, it's pretty funny sometimes, and blah, blah, blah. But like you said, when the numbers start to climb a bit, 15, 18 people, and you've got like 7, 8 people, like very actively talk, and then I'm wasting time dealing with the trolls and trying to troll them back, and all kind of stuff, it ends up being very distracting. Then I gotta log out of the game, especially if it's a game like Call of Duty, because I can't... Call of Duty is a poison. It's not a good game to stream with and keep up with the chat. It's just, it's not. Yeah. But also, in closing with that, don't forget, which I've said it like a lot of times, I sound like a broken record. When I go to Twitch, this all comes to an end. People on Twitch cannot troll me unless they've been following me for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, a day, a week, a month. It's insane. No one's going to make 100 different accounts just to troll me because they're going to be forced to follow me for a bunch of days before they can even comment. right? Well, yeah, then that depends on the on their personality as well. Look at Josh. Josh is you know, with all due respect, was a good example of a troll that was very aggressive, made multiple accounts. I kept feeding him back his shit, and then to him eventually he just completely had a different change of heart, or whatever you want to call it, and he just stopped. One guy yesterday kept calling me a pebblehead, kept spamming my chat. And to prove to me that he was, like, that he was sorry, he donated me, like, $5 US. He's like, dude, for real, I was just joking around. At least I got one. Phil, I guarantee you, if you just banned a troll off the back... Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I know. But that's my personal problem. I've always admitted that. That I enjoy the back and forth sometimes. Like that wrestler talk. You know, like when someone comes in, hey, you look like an egghead, and I'm like, yeah? Whoops. Come here and I'll scramble your brains. Get it? Scrambled egg, scrambled brain. What was that? What was that? I don't know what that was, but I can't talk and play the game. It's what you said before, they just want a live react. Oh, yeah. I give it to them, but I don't give them the reaction that they're wanting. Oh, yeah. But as of late, if you've noticed my last couple of streams, you'll see how I changed addressing trolls. Yesterday, a guy came in. Oh, that's some real horseshit. Yeah, but I didn't give them any the last couple ones. There's a guy that came in called Snow Feeling or something. Snow something. And he kept spamming the chat. And I went, oh. I think there's some snow in here. That doesn't belong here. It's summertime. Didn't acknowledge what he said, and I just removed him. A couple other people came in, one after the other, kept calling me Pebblehead, whatever that's supposed to mean. And I ignored it and just removed them, just didn't even say anything. And eventually, one of the biggest trolls apologized and then donated to me to prove that he was, like, sorry. And, yeah. Then he said, I hope, you know, you enjoy the rest of the stream. He's like, you seem like a, you know, like a nice guy. You really handled that well. But yeah, I'm gonna ignore everyone now for a minute. I seriously cannot talk and play this game. It completely fucks up my shit. Yeah, see what I mean? I just healed myself. What the fuck was that? At least I tagged him. But yeah, it'll definitely be less energy wasting if I don't even acknowledge them. Because my personality, like being a smartass, like as that example, the guy that came in and his name was Snow. And I was like, oh, there's trolling. His name was Snow. And me being a smartass, oh, it looks like we have some snow in here. That doesn't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, that's just kind of part of my personality, but I didn't keep going on and on about it. I didn't read their troll message. But he did it, though, and then he stopped trolling, and then he donated. I'm just saying. You were there, I think, actually, CJ, weren't you? If anything, you should see how I handled that yesterday. I didn't really go on about... I totally took a different approach there yesterday.
Securing Alpha. We're taking Charlie. We captured Charlie.
Ah. Yeah, the Kraken, Wind Kraken guy. And then there was like another guy, his name was Chinese lettering, authentic Chinese number or something. I can't remember what his name was, but anyhow.
We're being dominated. We're taking Charlie. Enemy UAV overhead.
I should not have looked the other way, but at least I got an extra couple of kills while I wasn't talking. Again, I'll never make an excuse that I suck at this game. But oh my pineapple. The difference it makes when I just shut up and play the game for a couple minutes.
Two objectives. We are losing ground. Enemy at the warehouse. Alpha, stand by. Friendly care package inbound.
No, I shouldn't have thrown the grenade. Damn it. I keep forgetting you can't throw the grenade with one hand and hip fire.
Enemy at the cargo container.
But yeah, CJ, that was... Double kill.
Alpha.
Biatch!
Cluster strike inbound.
Sorry, that felt good.
Get it together. We're not finished yet.
Come get some.
Personal radar drone standing.
That's it. And that... Oh, what a way to die. But I came back quickly. I was only at 3 kills there like a minute ago and just boom, boom, boom. Now, CJ, work with me here. Notice what just came in? Sometimes it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are unique situations, Haruki. It's kind of hard because just look at what came in. You know what I'm saying? They just said hello and hello. But if you put it all together, that's not even funny. Right? So it's like... So for the few people that are in here, CJ and Haruki, when a name like that comes in, sometimes I wonder if it should just be like, I know what they're doing there. Bam. They're gone. Very true, CJ. However, to me, there's absolutely nothing funny about being a molester. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I get it. I get it. People like to be a bit edgy. Could be an honest person who's not going to troll. But like, the name is a bit, you know. But anyhow, CJ, this is like one of these prime examples where sometimes, just like you said, it's hard to say. Sometimes people can just think they got a funny name because it's a play on words. But, and I don't know, like, from an etiquette standpoint as a streamer, where do you draw the line at being trigger happy with pulling the ban? You know what I mean? On someone who hasn't even said a thing and judging them based on just their name. Because I really don't think the name is funny at all. But you see what I'm saying now? Like, I'm still, like I said, learning. I joined on my alt. Who is your main Neon Wolf remix? No, but that is a pretty nasty one. I mean, Mo Lest, like, come on. But it is hard to judge, sure. I just want to know who Neon Wolf Remix says he is. And the reason there's only 5 people in here is because you haven't told all your wonderful friends about me. Anyhow. Take out the therapist. Who? Hi, my main. Anyways. The distraction again. Now I'm just trying to figure out what I want to play. I haven't really played any Skater XL much today. I actually want to see if it plays better, because I rebooted my computer, I think. I think I rebooted it. And this isn't because I'm insulted, but I will straight up tell you this right now. Anyone who tries to insult me because of how few people are in here, how is there only 5 people in the stream? You've got 8,500 subs. Because people don't want to watch? It's really, like, the answer is obvious. But I get that comment a lot. And it will come to a point where I will be a prick. I will. And I will just Aladdin. Oh, he can keep coming back. I'll shoe him in the nutsack. He'll be choking on his balls. Like I said, once I go on Twitch, it's game over. Twitch, people can't message me unless they've been following me for 10 minutes. They can't just come in. Because my Twitch is on followers only mode. No one's gonna want to follow me for 10 minutes, a week, just to say something stupid once. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that was kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know who he is. He just says this is his alt. But I'm still calling out his shit for asking a goofy, stupid question. But why? But why is there only 5 people in here? Because there just is only. Because I like to troll back sometimes, that's the thing. It's like, well, if you're so concerned, if you're more concerned with the lack of people in here than I am, that's a problem. But why? So I'll just reply with, well, tell all your friends about me if you don't like that there's so little people in here. And we can go from there. Yeah, so it's playing... What the hell just happened there? That was crazy. Wow. But it's a pretty obvious answer, though. No offense. You just wondered, but... You know. It's simple. I'm not an amazing streamer. I'm new. And I'm not what would be considered socially relevant. It's... That's why. Your subs don't mean everybody's gonna hop. Oh my god, he's on! Quick! You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Right here, there was something really interesting. Yeah. Well, no, but I get what you're saying. I'm still learning. Once in a while, because it's a part of my personality, I'm probably still gonna feed the off one. The odd one. Oh, that was actually kind of funny. At least I think so. There. That's it. If you give this stream a thumbs down, I'll make sure the next time you get up from your chair, I come right behind you and I push you and you get this. Whang. Just like that. Just like magic. Yeah, if you're asking an honest question and you're not trolling and you're not trying to be an asshole about it, it's simple. I'm just not popular. I've only been streaming for a couple of weeks. It's not what I'm known for. And there's no sugarcoating it. I'm not good at the games I play. Yeah. Not a lot of people come just for a chit-chat. Well, I mean, some do. The ones that come in do. But this part, like I said, was kind of funny. Something happened with the physics there. Oh, that chin. Did he hit his chin on that one? No, he didn't. Anyhow, that was really funny. At least it was to me. Oh, I'm just saying. Because it's definitely not a compliment when someone's like, hey, nice subscriber count. Why is there only 2 people in here? Well, because to me, the answer is pretty obvious. I guess it's not to some people, but you know that on average, only 1% of your subs actually watch your shit. 1%. The high end is considered like 3%. So like when I pull in, I was trying to have that thing happen again where I just rocket launched across the map. Hello, Gavin. And then I'll have people like that. And then you'll have people like that come in that ask an honest question, and there's nothing wrong with that. And these are the things, Haruki and CJ, that maybe you'll understand. At what point do I get too hardcore, too strict, that if someone comes in and says, what do you think of Black Lives Matter? And I just dismiss it or don't answer it because it's political, it's something completely irrelevant to the general theme of the stream. Me personally, I don't think any of it should be discussed, but I do feel strongly about it. I don't mind sharing that I support it, but then that opens up a door to, but why? Blah, 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 but what about this? And then it gets out of hand. But then if I don't address it, then some people might think I'm anti-Black Lives Matter, which I'm not. And then, so those are still the etiquette things that I'm still learning. How should I technically handle those kinds of questions, right? I've met small streamers who wanted followers without the work. Oh, well, of course, yeah. Your channel is one of... Oh, well, thank you, Gavin. You're jumping on him to just let him say the bad thing. Get banned. Yeah, well, you know, and that's the thing. I don't want to play like a... I don't want to be a prick YouTuber. I don't want it... you know, maybe the guy's just legit super curious. Like, what's my stance on Black Lives Matter? Like, he's just curious. He's not trying to stir up the pot or anything like that. But because I don't know these people, I don't know what their intentions are, I don't know the direction of the conversation. Oh, that was interesting. Of where it's going. I personally don't have an issue with answering certain questions. What I just don't want is for the chat to become toxic, to become hateful, to become filled with bigotry. I just want it to be a chill place for people to relax and not be judged based on anything. Does that make any sense? I like that, Haruki. I'll play the brick mod. I'm from planet Earth. Do you support a two-state solution in Israel? well, like I just said it a minute ago, I gave the stance on Black Lives Matter. I don't want to start taking up all this time to just keep talking about all these events going on around the world. And truth be told, I know absolutely nothing about Israel. I don't even know what a two-state solution means. I mean, other than the obvious, two-state versus one-state. I just don't know enough about it to comment on it. Like I said, I don't mind the odd question. See, I wouldn't mind these questions often if everybody would always be respectful. Right? Does that make sense? If we lived in a perfect world where there was no shaming, then those questions would be okay. Because political views, religious views, they do shape a person. It helps you identify what a person stands for and all that kind of stuff. So when someone says, what do you think of Black Lives Matter? And I say, I fully support it. Boom, that right away puts me in that box. Right? If I don't answer it, now I'm on the fence. I don't like fence swingers, but I respect or people that sit on a fence that don't bring up the topic because they just don't want to get into that, right? And I get that. Sorry, I'm losing track of the chat now, really quick. Yeah, I just don't know who Neon Wolfstriker is. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I will put my foot down and say, however noble a person's question might be, I will almost go as far as saying it's inappropriate to ask someone a personal political question simply because of the toxic world we live in. And unfortunately, it creates a potential unfriendly environment. That's just the way it is, and that's the fault of people. But like I've said before, I'm on Twitter. My Twitter is incredibly political. Very political. So if you're serious and you've got some real questions and you care about what I think, and you want to get to know me more on that level, then I would strongly suggest you reach out to me on Twitter. I will answer anything. Anything. Because it's Twitter. I've chosen to have Twitter as my political, religious, news, and controversial topic discussions. Because I do care about those topics. But I just don't think it's a good blend to have that in a video game live stream. And I think most people would agree with that. A lot of popular... damn it. I'm not used to this many people. This is what CJ was saying earlier. A lot of popular streamers talk about politics and debates. It doesn't belong in every stream, though. Yeah, see, I agree with that, too. Once in a while, you drop me a question. What do you think of Trump? What do you think of Biden picking Kamala Harris as a VP candidate? What do you think of Elon Musk? What do you think of Black Lives Matter? Blah, blah, blah. I personally don't mind that, but it's just if it gets too much, it can very quickly go sour. I'm a close friend of Haruki's. Who is Neon Wolfstriker? Yeah. Can you play Fortnite someday? That would be awesome. I don't think it would, no offense, because I'm terrible at the game. I'm always the first one dead. I wish we could be more open about politics, to be honest, socially speaking. Yeah, well, because politics really opens the door as to who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Like, just by me going, boom, I support Black Lives Matter right away, that tells you a huge thing about me. If I wasn't, well, then that tells you a huge thing about me, but from a different angle, right? And the more you ask those types of questions, yeah, anyways. Yeah. Anyhow. Like I said, the odd one is okay, but I think CJ might agree with me on this. Yeah, but I've only asked you about games here, asking about setting. Yeah, exactly. I think CJ might be proud of me for saying this. I think I will just simply say from now on, if you want to ask me anything controversial, Twitter me. Twitter me, private message me, my DMs are open, ask me the question, and I'll answer it. If you're truly sincere about wanting to hear my stance on something, I have no problems answering it. I already know what side of the fence I'm on. I just won't answer it on YouTube moving forward. Just because it does that thing, you know what I mean? Like CJ was saying, it really truly does open the door, unfortunately, because people can't be trusted. They are controversial topics of discussion, however sincere the person might be with just wanting to know. Welcome back, Aju. Yeah, I do, yeah. Most of the people on Twitter that follow me are all like political junkies. But some of them, I can't even talk. Some of them support me though, and they subscribe to me on YouTube just because they want to see me grow. They go, hey man, you know, I really like how you think politically, and I really like how even though, you know, whatever you're religious and you're not a bigot about people with different views, they're like, I subscribe to your channel. You know, just to kind of support you. They're like, I'm not into video games, but, you know, they still do it. So it's kind of nice to see that. And that's where I make the separation. Now, I could decide to make a political-ish video talking about the news, and I do that. But in a completely well-titled, separate video in a separate playlist. That way, if you don't want to hear it, don't watch it. You know what I mean? Because it is something I am passionate about. I can't pretend that it's not. But separating it, unfortunately, I think is just the wisest choice. That doesn't mean I think someone is stupid for not doing that. Look at Rich from Review Tech. I don't know if you guys know who Rich from Review Tech is. He's a guy I have spoken to a couple times. We follow each other on Twitter. He used to do, Okay, here we go. There you go, Twitter for... Hey, Phil, I wouldn't say video game streams and are mutually exclusive, but again, that's a... Yeah, I mean, I can, you know, not to be a prick, I can do what I want, really. But, again, that will attract certain people. We almost have a lot of nations in the chat right now. Yeah. Don't ever talk about politics on YouTube, ever. Okay, so just what I thought. There we go. The molester has been apprehended. Did you see what I did there? I had to. I couldn't help it, CJ. I had to say something. But molester's been apprehended. It appears the FBI got a hold of him. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to donate. I'll never make people feel awkward for not donating. Thanks, Gavin. Now I just need millions of people around the world to think the way you do. Oh, that's fine. You could have. Oops. Oh, what happened there? I was just at a point where I was like, yeah, no, just enough. I can't even believe I gave that guy the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? It's... You know that expression, what's in a name? You can tell a lot from a name. Yeah. Oh, I got distracted. That's okay. There was a guy I had a chat with. You know what his name was? You want to know what his name was? His name was Adolf Hitler. You want to know how well that conversation went? Yeah, I won't get into the details, but the guy wasn't trolling. He's like legit... That wasn't his name because he was looking for a reaction or trying to be edgy. Dude was like straight up like a reincarnation of him. There's a lot that can be said in a name. You can't always judge the book by its cover, though. I get that. But it still means something, because what's that other expression? A first impression is a lasting impression. You know, it's important. And you help me so much when I watch your videos since I have ADHD and autism. Oh, nice. Not that you have those. I just mean that it helps you. Yeah, apparently the Dolph came back. Hatsune Miku is the best vocal. Wait. But yeah. I'm still on the fence about the Neon Wolf Striker. I'm still confused as to who his main is. I didn't know people had alternate accounts that they were watching me on. Don't ask. Well, I just did. I asked the questions around here. Oh, let's see if I can land on 2 wheels here. Ooh, nice. Smack. Oh, I just mean in general. Neon has been interesting, to say the least. I'm still trying to figure him out. Anyhow. Whoops. Well, like I said, there hasn't been much said on his behalf. Oh, it's the Junior D. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? Not too shabby. What about you? Oh, I did land on 2 wheels even going down the stairs. Oh. Let me try over here. Oh, I kind of forgot I could do this here. Oh, this might be an interesting trick if I can nail it properly. Right about there. Who, me? Personal questions like that, I don't tend to... And I did it, but then I landed like that. I'm just saying. Let's take a look at that. I tend not to talk much about my private life. I mean, if people find out on their own, I don't care. That's fine. They can share it, but I don't go out of my way to disclose information like that. Nice. So that's what I wanted to do. And I did it semi-okay on the first try. But then I botched it at the end, just like that right there. There was the failure. He doesn't look too impressed, too. Then again, his eyes don't blink. He's a creepy bastard. Oh, you don't have to be sorry. You're just waking up. 3:46 a.m. or p.m.? I think it's a.m., if I'm not mistaken. Ah, crap. I gotta go a bit faster. Oh. Ah. I'm trying to land on it. And then do that, but with the skateboard still underneath my feet. That was kind of the... Yeah, that was sloppy. Oh! Oh, come on. I know I can do this. It's possible. I'll take that one. Not quite what I was looking for. That's it, right in the trash where you belong, you bastard. You have failed me for the last time. What happened there? Obviously, it was a glitch. Damn, we're all over the world. Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. I love that. I love that there's people from everywhere. Brazil, Africa, Japan, Australia, Canada, the US, International. I think there was a dude from Indonesia. Yeah, in Indonesia. Because one of my old friends, I would call him a friend. I absolutely would. We grew up a little bit together, but I was more friends with his older brother who was my age, right? But then he sadly got killed some 20 years ago. So then, you know, his brother and I were like a little bit closer. And obviously he's a lot older now, and so am I, right? So when him and I were like the same age, like, you know, 13, 14, 15, 16, his brother was only about 12, but I mean, now he's like in his late 30s, you know what I mean? So obviously the age gap as you get older is not as drastic, and he's pretty successful. And he's got a hotel that he owns in Indonesia. He bought an island there, so yeah. You're no such thing. British humor is some of the best. Are you familiar with a show? Oh, what was that? With a show called Father Ted? Do you know Father Ted or Mr. Bean? If you don't know them, then you get banned just for that. I still hate that I can't rewind it until the clip has actually played in its entirety. I don't know if that's a glitch or... Can you play Goy? I don't know what that is. Right there. There it is right there. I've watched Father Ted and Mr. Bean, but I watched them in Japanese. Oh, okay. Oh, that looked like it hurt. What happened to his arm? It's like Monty Python. Look, you stupid bastard, you got no arms left. What happened there? It took out his arm. Oh, it glitched through his body. That was some creepy ass shit. Forehead slide. But I'm telling you, if you ever woke up... That's right. Just a flesh wound. But I'm telling you right now, if you ever woke up... Stupid thing. And this is the face that you were faced with, hovering over you. What would you do? I'm just saying. That's got to be one of the creepiest looks I've ever seen. Oh, wow, I've already been streaming for an hour and a half. Oof. Well, you don't have to subscribe. I'm not one of those, make sure you like and subscribe. I post often, and that way you'll be notified of every time my stupid ass goes on. You know what I mean? I'm just not one of those people. It's not that I don't care if you do or don't. It's... You know. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm gonna play something a little different there. I'm kind of... Not burnt out, but just in the moment there, I'm just trying to... I might need just a minute to decompress. It's been an hour and a half. What the hell is a goy? The other guy there that's always trying to get me to do stuff, he's like, play goy. Guys, we could all persuade then he... Thank you. Well, I try to be, but me being funny is debatable. What the hell is a goy? Don't make me Google that shit. I'm telling you right now. Don't make me doing... Getting over it. Getting over what? You want me to play Getting Over It? I just played a game for 15 minutes where I was going over a bunch of its. You see what I did there? That was cringe comedy. That's supposed to be funny. You gotta play. I don't know what it is, by the way. Alright, that's it. Is it on Steam? Goy. The first thing that comes up... Oh, you want me to go medieval on some people. You want me to go medieval on that ass? Is that what it is? I don't know what goys are. Getting over it is infuriating, and it's designed to be that way. Well, I think Call of Duty does a wonderful job of being something that's infuriating. Let me just look it up. Whoops. The National Portal of India. That's probably not it. The Government of India. That's probably not it. Let's look up the Urban Dictionary. In Hebrew and Yiddish, it means the people. It's a word used to reference a non-Jewish person. I'm guessing that's not it either. Let's play, what? Play Amongst Us what? I am so confused. Everyone's fucking with me right now. Okay. Goy. If nothing comes up, so help me God. Goy game. Guns of Icarus. This is unreal. Is it some Minecraft-looking game by Komaga? Called Amongst Us. Among Us. Okay, well, I looked up Goy. That didn't look fun. Among Us is an online game. See, that came up. I don't know why I keep twisting my neck. I can just drag it here so you can see what I see. There we go. I can bring back up. Where the hell's the chat? There we go. Okay, Among Us. Bennett Fody. This thing? This game? Among Us? Alright, let's take a look at it. Overwhelmingly positive. To play... Oh. Would help if I hit the play button. Is this it? Among Us? What's going on there, Jill? Haruki, is this it? Black screen, that's the game? Is this it? Getting Over It by Bennett Footy. Okay, but is this the Among Us that you were talking about? Okay. I don't know what to make of it. Among Us. I could have looked it up here. Oh my god. Among Us. That means I'd have to buy it, and quite frankly, I'm running out of money. I've spent a lot of money, and I just bought World of Warcraft a couple of hours ago, and that was like $20. But I'll add it to my wish list. Yeah, it's $5.69 Canadian. I mean, I'll look into it a little bit later. Getting Over It by Bennett Footy. Excuse me. Getting Over It? Oh, there. What in the pineapple is this? Oh, Kotaku. He's a cock. I'm not gonna watch him.
C'est-à-dire que tu payes 2 fois plus. Hein. Je peux plus rien faire, les gars, j'en peux plus. Mon fourniture ne veut passer dans aucun putain de cas. Genre,
Ben, je veux le dire tout de suite maintenant. Calice de tabarnak.
Je sais pas ce qui se passe avec mon fourniture.
Moi, je vais te passer. Dans la rivière, mon tabarnak. What am I looking at? What is this sorcery? So what, you're like in a gold... You're in a gold pot? And you just sledgehammer your way around? Seriously? Hey, not too much question mark. How's it going? It's free on mobile, so you're watching someone who was too good. Usually you fall a lot more. This guy's... Oh, really? It looks simple as shit. He's French like me. Oui, oui, mon tabarnak. On le rembourse maintenant, oui. Les $52. Dernier follow. Mini-jeu entre viewers. God, I hate broken French. Either speak French or speak English. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. Yeah, that looks, I don't know. A little interesting. I don't know. Anyways, getting over it. Well, I'm over it now. Okay. Is he really that good? Because to me it looks easy. He's not even trying. If you keep calling me pill, I'm gonna stick a dill pickle where the sun don't shine sideways with no lube. I'm just saying. Okay, so what's this? Getting over it. I'll just add it to my cart. Just to see what it looks like. Oh, so he had a gold bucket. So I'd be stuck with a shit black bucket? What a weird game. Anyhow. Okay. I'm like so distracted right now. It's because I've been streaming for like going on 2 hours and I'm like starting to lose track of stuff. I'm gonna check some stuff on console. I really do want to play. If you finish, I will do whatever you say. If I finish what? Sorry, let me change from PC to console. Okay, so the preview's working. You can see the console. Great. Does CJ do anything besides sit here all day chastening people? Now, get along. It's because I don't think you guys know each other that well. Anyhow. See, I really want to play this right now, but because I pre-ordered it, but because the game comes out on Friday, I only have 5 hours left. So I got my fill yesterday because I played for 5 hours because you get a 10-hour trial. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, so I'm thinking... Wait, I'm so confused. I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Wednesday, sorry. If I wait till tomorrow to play it, for Thursday, then the next day I'm good because then by then the game's fully released. Yeah. Anyways. I really want to play it though. But I want to save those 5 hours for tomorrow. This I got because it was free, but I don't know if I'm going to like it. Yeah, it's free on PS4. Why is it asking me... Oh, PlayStation Now, forget that. Anyways, I'm going to look at the store super quick. But yeah, I really do want to play UFC, but I don't know. Let me just look at this super quick. Oh, I have it on PC. I don't think my computer can handle streaming it and playing it though. That's the thing. Like I can play like Red Dead Redemption, you know, all that stuff, GTA 5, but when you add the streaming on top of that, it's like it's pretty rough. I just wanted to see if there was any new games that kind of came out of nowhere. This game came out of nowhere, but it doesn't seem to have the best reviews. No, so there's nothing there. I think because I just played UFC 4, I'm going to go ahead and just load this up just for a super quick minute. I just actually want to see something really quick. Well, isn't your name Gil? Or Jill? That's the thing. I just don't think I've ever known... Get TSW2. I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't know if I would like that. I don't know if I would like a train simulator. What is? I'm so confused. Oh, the train simulator? I'll look at it in a minute. Now this I'm just going to play for a super quick minute. Yeah, Purem doesn't like this one. I want to see the options really quick. This is the game that came out 2 years ago, but there's a new one coming out. Okay. Where is the stupid options? I definitely don't like the UI of this older game. God, that was driving me nuts. Anyhow, I had to come in here for a minute because I completely forgot that there's a lot more in common with the new one than I realized. I didn't remember at all that you could actually go into the settings and completely change not only your career but your fight now. Huh. Because that's important, because I might try to do like a small review on the new UFC one. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I thought all those things were new. Now, I don't know if there's anybody in here that likes golf. But there's a new golf game coming out. Generally, this one used to be Tiger Woods, PGA Tour, and that was like a huge franchise that I played. I bought like every game. And, ooh, Tony Hawk, yeah. That's a bit of a failure of a game. I mean, it got a lot better, but anyhow. And then one of the last ones they did, I think without Tiger Woods' name, was Rory McIlroy. And then that was a few years ago, and now 2K is coming up with a new golf game that's coming out in a couple of days. But yeah. I think I'm just going to play this for a little bit. What would a UFC look like between two fighters with no arms? Yeah. Well, they would have to chew each other. They'd have to flap around and bite each other. Is how that would work. But yeah, UFC can be pretty wild. You know, it was interesting. I had this talk with Purem years ago about UFC. And, I mean, you know, I do enjoy it. But I have to admit, in some ways, I'm surprised it's even, like, legal, to be honest with you. Because when you think about it, it can be pretty brutal. But do you know what's more interesting? Something I didn't know for a long time until a few years back. Less people get injured in UFC than in WWE scripted fighting. Yeah, Pride was more brutal. I met a few UFC fighters. I had some seminars with them when I was in martial arts. It's pretty rough, but it's not as... I mean, it's dangerous, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, there's some etiquettes in there. Like, you're not allowed hitting people in the kidneys. You're not allowed hitting them in the back of the head. Stuff like that. Oh, wrestling I love, and he knows that. Piorum's 3 favorite things in the world is UFC, wrestling, and Trailer Park Boys. Well, yeah, but that's like one guy here and there type thing. But yeah, I get what you're saying, but I mean, just overall in terms of the danger, I'm not denying that UFC is very brutal. I'm just saying it's interesting. You missed the last what, sorry? By the way, I'm just going to do this quickly, and then I'm kind of... I don't know, I am a little bit tired there. My ass is starting to kill me because I've been streaming for 2 hours. Okay, let me find out what direction I need to go in. I think it's this way. It is. So I'm going to stop off here and I'm going to liberate the last map. Oh, I was just joking. Purem and I do this sometimes. I was like, his 3 favorite things are UFC, wrestling, and Trailer Park Boys. One miscommunication in pro wrestling can get you killed or paralyzed for life, and it's happened a lot. WWE scripted wrestling is far more dangerous than UFC. The percentage, like if you want to compare both sports, which in a way is hard to do. Yeah, and I like them, but we've still been friends for an incredibly long time. Purem and I, it's interesting. There's a lot of, we've known each other for years. There's a lot of things we have in common, like any other people. But then there's some things that take a wild U-turn. Like I love Trailer Park Boys. He hates it as much as I love it. Same thing with wrestling and other things. But then it goes the other way. There could be some things he likes and that I don't like. And that's just the way it is, right? It would be boring if everybody enjoyed the exact same thing 100%, right? Wait, what? Funny is I like South Park. Huh? Funny is I like South Park that he hates. No, I love South Park. Did I at one point not like South Park? I think there might have been a time in history where I didn't like it for some reason. I think it's because I didn't like cartoons. And then it ended up being like one of my absolute favorite things in the world. I think Purem likes some... Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, and then I ended up falling in love with it. It's a different type of humor, right? Like, I think Purem is the one that introduced me to Father Ted. He really likes that show. I just mentioned it earlier. I like it. It's not that I don't like anime. I'm just not huge on watching a lot of shows. If you're curious as to what I watch on a nightly basis, you actually might be surprised. Even Purem, after knowing me all these years, might be surprised to know what it is I watch. Some South Park is garbage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I do like satire. That's the thing, eh? Now, I can understand why some people wouldn't like something like Trailer Park Boys, just that goofy, silly, ridiculous crap. But it's just kind of a part of my personality. There's just some stuff I like about it. Some episodes I don't think are as good. But anyhow, you know what I watch on a nightly basis? Like religiously every single night? You might be surprised. I usually watch a couple of episodes of Friends and Seinfeld. I've been watching those for over 20 years. Seinfeld going on 30 years. Never get bored of it. I always just re-loop through the entire seasons. From beginning to end, every single night. It's like clockwork. I like the idea of anime. We've talked about this before, I think, in my stream. I've just never come across one that caught my attention. No, I know that. Yeah, see? Like to me, Seinfeld, I don't think Purem likes Friends. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Friends I like a lot. I think the reason I like Friends a lot is I like that bullshit fantasy life that friends stick together that many at a time consistently all the time. It's just a happy, silly thing. I don't know. I like the character Ross and Chandler Bing. I think they're pretty funny. I really like Ross's character like a lot, and Chandler Bing. Like I said, those two are just like so funny. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's just relaxing. It's not, you know, too edgy or over the top. And then Seinfeld is just, to me, is just a masterpiece. You know, with like, what's his name there? George Costanza. You know, Jason Alexander. I've had some brief interactions with him on Twitter. I'm just saying. That was so cool. Never got a hold of Seinfeld himself, though. And yeah, just like Elaine, Kramer, just, to me, it was just like pretty magical. Alright, let me catch up with the stream here, because I'm starting to get behind. My favorite celeb, Canadian pro wrestler Bret Hart. Yeah, I met Bret Hart, Tom Green, yeah. Haha, thanks. I watched Friends for a little bit, but got bored with it, yeah. Yeah, like I said, like anything, everything is either, you know, you like it or you don't. I think that Shimmer guy from Friends has a new show. That Shimmer guy. There's a Shimmer guy? Sorry, what was the message? Hi, how about if you see me? Well, I have to admit, I'll shout your name all night if I get paid for it. That's funny. Yeah, I guess shoutouts will happen if I get paid for them, because otherwise it's gonna sound rude. I just don't understand the point. Almost everybody that comes in, hello Neon Wolf Striker, hello Purim, hello, you know, Gil. He was, Bret the Hitman Hart was really nice. I met him in 1993 when I lived in Newfoundland. And just very humble, very laid back. I was a young kid at the time. I was only like 12 or 13. I was just becoming a teenager. Oh, I don't do shoutouts because I think they're stupid. I don't get. I'm not famous, so I don't know. To me, I'm already shouting out every single person that comes in because I address their name if I can pronounce it properly. So when someone says, "Can I get a shout out?" I'm like, I technically just did because you entered the chat and I addressed you. Get it? So I don't understand, because I don't understand the premise behind a shout out. Like I don't get it. Like I'm not trying to be rude. I literally don't understand the meaning of it. Like let me do this real quick. I've seen like let's say a YouTuber or streamer or whatever. Yeah, I love my horse. I've seen, you know, someone say, oh, I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend, you know, Tony or whatever, for helping me out, you know, with this latest project that I've been working on, blah, 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 blah. That's, to me, how you do a shout out. I don't know, I don't. But when someone asks for it, I don't get what it is they're hoping happens. I'm not like some wizard that can just, I don't know, make something cool happen by saying your name. No, he didn't have a chance to finish a sentence. I wish I understood what they were saying. Oh, I've done that too by accident, jumping off cliffs. Imagine they hope you'll say shout out to. Yeah. But I just don't understand because I'm such a small-time person. It's not like you're going to get famous or whatever from it. Oh, you caught me. Yeah, this can get, Ooh, nice parry there. Hey, not too much, Quantum? How are you doing? I'm trying to liberate this last... Oh, here we go. He was setting up for it. There we go. Oh, I missed with the kick. There we go. Shoutouts may make more sense with a big audience. Yeah, other a greeting as they join his chat. Oh, stupid nut. Which I already tried to do to begin with. I'm thinking of maybe doing a super chat. I'm thinking of maybe doing a super chat sometime. What's a super chat? To me, this chat is super. No? I love the environments in this game, so beautiful. Good, kicking some butt, I hope. Yeah, I just, this is a pretty, important fight. See? It opens up the fog of war. It even opened up some question marks to some undiscovered locations. Because I've beaten the game now. I've finished a story for some people, if they're curious. So this is like post-game. And I've now liberated the second area. So that's what that battle was about. It was clearing the Mongols from the farmlands. And now these two areas are done. This is your original first map that you start the game on. I've completely cleared the fog of war, even though it looks hazy in some areas. It's completely done. Like this part right here, it kind of looks like it's not cleared, but it's actually because it's sandy. So it's actually perfectly cleared. So from an aesthetic standpoint, and because I have OCD, part of me, it still doesn't look like it's clean. But yeah, this whole map is done 100%. And it's incredibly hard to do. And then this section, now I've got to do the second map, which you can see I'm kind of slowly working on a little bit. And it can just be a little time consuming. But I eventually want to do the whole map, clear all of this out. And what that's going to do is someday I'm going to make a nice video, and I'm going to showcase every single fox den. I thought that was a wicked touch where you go to the fox den, you see a fox, he greets you, he leads you to some artifact, you pick it up, then you can pet him. That was pretty cool. And then I'll showcase in another video like all the shrines and stuff like that, and just, you know, what the whole map looks like uncovered. A super chat is a donation. Oh, okay, super chat is where they hit the $sign and send you... Oh, yeah, I've had that a few times. I just didn't know it was called a super chat. Don't be mad I skipped an ad, I don't care. Neon, he isn't a money upset, no. I use ad blocker in Firefox, so by the way, it's EA tax time. Yeah. No, it's funny, because I want to talk about that for a moment, if I can. A lot of big YouTubers, big streamers that make big money. Isn't it funny? Isn't it ironic that some of the biggest people in the business are the biggest beggars of money? Like, they actually stop the stream. Okay, guys, we got a goal right now. $50. That's got to be done in the next 10 minutes, or the stream's just going to have to end. And yeah, that's just the way it is. And I'm like, what? And they're not kidding. They're not kidding. Meanwhile, I'm probably the poorest prick you've ever met. But I subtly mention it in that it's at the bottom of my description page. It just so happens to be there. You know what I mean? And then there's the super chat, the $sign thing. You don't need to advertise it or remind people that it's there. You know what I mean? People that want to donate, you don't need to remind them to do it. They already have the inkling to do it. They'll do it without you having to remind them. And yeah, I just can't stand those people. Like, they drive me up the walls. Big time. Anyhow. Never seen streamers stop doing their thing for super chats. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Yeah. Oh yeah. And they get angry. They actually get angry. Like they're not kidding either. They're like, "Come on guys, this is you know what I'm saying? I got bills to pay there," and like and the people do it. The people do it. They keep paying because they like that person, or they're just a freak and they just enjoy, you know, being told what to do. But yeah, to me a stream, it's free. It's you're doing it because it's fun. If the donations happen to come, I mean, great. A lot of streamers I know of, they actually can almost make a living from the donations alone, let alone the revenue they're getting from the views. The donations they get every week is enough to pay their mortgage, their food. Of course that's a nice feeling. But begging for it? Interrupting the stream? Threatening to ban people from your stream if they don't pay up? You just want to shoo them right in the nutsack. Until they have a really high-pitched squeal like Barry Gibbs from the Bee Gees singing "Staying Alive." That was supposed to be funny. The funniest shite is when they get mad over someone not donating enough money. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My favorite one is once we reach 100 donations, the stream will start. Like, yeah. I got YouTube Premium. I hate ads with a passion. I will become the ultimate dollar store. Yeah. Yeah, to me, build a relationship with your audience, and being a turd like that shows what you really think of those watching. Oh, yeah. Hey, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hope this bird isn't like some reincarnated pervert. We all know the hidden joke behind that one. I've streamed on Twitch for hours straight with not a single person watching me. I'm cracking jokes, I'm laughing. I'm talking and having fun as if there was 100 people in the chat. But there was absolutely a goose egg in the chat for 2.5 hours. That's someone that actually enjoys doing what they're doing. Because I've said this before, I've been playing video games for, 35 years? No one was watching me before. Could you imagine in 1985, that's it. I'm not playing Super Mario Brothers or The Legend of Zelda. There's no one watching and no one's paying my hamburger tonight. Like, haven't we become self-entitled little shits? Dollar store hit woman. Split personality helps. Yeah. My doctor was borderline diagnosing me with... What happened there? With that, but instead I got diagnosed with some other stuff. Oh. The worst clickbait stream are the first to get like $100 donations, then they change the title to Fortnite New Kraken event or something stupid. Yeah. Okay, let's go directly over here. That'll clear up some fog of war as well. I'd love to see you make a parody video of those begging streamers who do all this for stuff. Yeah, I can collect them, but yeah, I can't quite skin them.
Good boy.
I like doing cringy parody stuff like that too. Especially like if I'm, with or without the Batman goofy persona that I do. What's all these beggars doing? Like, it's... I seriously just don't understand it. Like, you gotta have some nerve to do that. And then to get angry. You know what I mean? Like, it's already in the description box. It's already at the bottom of the chat next to the emote. Uh-oh. No one saw it. Don't call PETA. I'm just saying. Oh, there, he's fine. He's fine. There you go. You're a tough cookie, aren't you, Sora? If that's your name. Yeah, well, the funny thing is because I look at most YouTubers as desperate people who rely on cheap tactics to get a roof over their head. Yeah. Well, with me, I've said it before. I might be desperate for money, but I'm not desperate to have to beg for it, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it's weird. And some people that are quite comfortable to begin with financially. Yeah, well, I definitely can be, but I guess I've told Purim this before. When you're money hungry, or you don't have a lot of it, it's easier to become obsessed with money when you don't really have any of it. And you grow up in pretty nasty poverty for a long time. It can make you a little bit more obsessed with it because what you're looking for is a decent level of comfort. You know, not having to go to the grocery store and going, well, I think it's going to be this bread tonight. It's kind of only going green a little bit, but it's in the bargain bin. You know what I mean? Or always buying the expired stuff. I used to do that. Purim and I used to go grocery shopping together when we lived near each other. And I was always looking at the bargain bin. I would run in there and I would like ask the manager or whatever, hey, where's your, your bargain rack where everything's like expired and changing colors because it's on sale like 50, 60% off, So me, I get obsessed with money in that I want to be able to live a day where I don't need to do that. I can just go, there's the butter I want, or there's the eggs I want. There's, you know what I mean? Like, there's just the food that I want. I don't have to, like, skimp on the brand or get the one that's almost expired just because it's a couple bucks cheaper. PETA has me in their hit list for the... Yeah. Yeah, when you have money, there's a desire to have more, right? And when there's a competition with others, oh, yeah. Yeah, whereas me, I just don't care about that, It's like I said, my long-term goal is pretty simple. It's to just be self-sufficient and have one source of income. Not having it from, the different sources. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. But, that kind of stuff. Like one of the big things for me for diabetes is my test strips aren't fully covered. I only get so many covered a year, and it doesn't give me a proper amount of chance. Sorry, it doesn't give me a proper amount for me to properly monitor my blood sugars because I'm pretty bad with my diabetes, and I have really bad high blood pressure too. I was supposed to have by my worker covered a machine to monitor my blood pressure because it's actually really high and to kind of see how the medications are working and all that. But because I'm on the system, right? It's like I can't even properly afford to go and do that. So naturally, if I had more money and I can go and buy my own test strips for my diabetes machine, if I had the money to just go out and buy my own high blood pressure monitor, then I wouldn't have to rely on all these handouts that they're not handing out that they're promising that I would get. Things like that, it just makes life a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable, right? Okay, but if you're buying canned soup, does the brand really matter? No, I'm getting that half-price store brand soup every time. Then again, I'm eating soup in the first place. Life is life. Yeah, rich or poor, you'll always have problems. Still nicer to be rich. Well, of course. Absolutely. Right? Since going vegetarian, I've saved a ton of money and improved my health. You have experience in practicing. Canada don't have full coverage healthcare? Well, they do, but I'm on the system. I'm on disability, right? So it's pretty strict with what they cover. I think for some things brand matters, other things not. In some cases, I rather the cheaper. Yeah. Piorum and I will agree on this. Wait for it. When it comes to ketchup, if it ain't Heinz, I'd rather drink urine. You know what I mean? I just... You can't do no-name ketchup. It just doesn't work. It's so... You might as well pour vinegar on your food. Canada Health Care Plan doesn't cover... well, my dental's fully covered, but again, I'm on the system too, so... I get so many hours or blocks of time a year for teeth cleaning. If I have serious issues, there's some stuff that I would have to pay out of pocket, which is absolutely ridiculous. So again, more money allows me to be able to literally live more comfortably. Not driving a Mercedes-Benz comfortable. I mean, like, being able to actually adequately take care of yourself, right? Most people I know, if they need to buy a blood pressure machine or some test strips, that wouldn't barely break their bank, right? Oh, what happened there? I think it's because it was a leader. That's it. Oh, no, we're not playing with fire right now. Ooh, that hurt. Well, the fire should help melt the snow. Ooh, sneaky. Oh, I think the archer shot him. That's funny. Where are all those arrows coming from? I don't see anyone. How much money can you make? That really depends on your situation. I know quite a few people that have a sporadic amount that's kind of all over the place. It can range from like 800 or 900 Canadian to as high up as like 1,500, but that's got to be like pretty extreme circumstances. I think the average is a little over $1,000. So about 12,000 a year Canadian, like 9,000 US dollars. It's pretty ridiculous. But that's okay. Leamington, Ontario had all these greenhouses for tomatoes for Heinz, and Heinz just suddenly said goodbye and left, putting everyone in the town out of work. Oh. French has saved their jobs. Yeah, French is pretty good. I like their mustard, I think it is. When my legs are better, I'm going to start working with Ichiguya. Ministry of Defense as an armed task force unit. Oh, for real? Haruki? That's really cool. Yeah, disability, and is also ran by provinces, that's right. Yeah, different provinces also have some slightly different rules or amounts, but yeah, it's definitely not a nice income, but it's a godsend when you truly need the help. Some help is better than none, right? So like 9,000 US dollars a year in equivalency might sound like a joke, but 9,000 is better than zero, right? So nope, you were too slow. What is the bird coming after me too now? Huh. Oh. Oh, that didn't work out nice. Alright, let's see if I can play around with this for a minute. Ah! Wait. Wait downstairs. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'll look at the chat in a second there. How many of them is there? Okay, I'm gonna take this guy out first. Come on. Nope. There we go. Alright, you're done. And a kick. Somewhere in the bush. And I think that's the end for this area. Prefectures, we have provinces in Kent, not states, right? Oh, I'm on disability too, but afraid to stream because afraid of getting my income cut. Well, I get my income cut. They take 50% of anything over 200, but you just got to be honest. And ultimately, even though they cut me, I get more money than if I didn't do the YouTube to begin with. Task force now, since I used to do field agent before I began train conducting. Oh, okay. Purem, we don't have provinces. Oh, okay, we call them prefectures. I was born in Hokkaido Prefecture. Now we're arguing geography. But yeah, different countries call their locations or whatever different, like the states. Canada calls them provinces and territories. I used to live in one of the territories because we don't have a premier in said province, so it's a territory. There's a lot of weird, funky stuff. Oh, I'm going to have to look into if it's similar for disability here in the States. Yeah, so almost worldwide, I want to say this, and I'm probably going to have to go, to be honest, because it's been 2.5 hours. And I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little cranky. I need a little bit of downtime, but this is definitely a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure around the world, it's relatively the same-ish, in that you can make money on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. When you're on disability, I don't care if you're Japan, China, Australia, Canada, the US, there's probably some type of similarity in that you're allowed to make up to a certain amount every month while on disability. And then once you make over that amount, they'll simply do a deduction like I get. Like I said, anything over 200, 50% off. So when I'm making $600 a month on YouTube, I actually only get 400, right? Because that's 400 over the 200. Half of 400 is 200, so they take away 200. It sucks, but I'm still left with 400 out of the 600, and 400 is better than no 100, right? It's better than nothing. I'm definitely not going to get angry and go, screw it, forget it. So, and then it comes to a point where if you make too much, like almost the full amount that you're making on the system, well then then they'll probably kindly just be like, yes, I don't think you need us anymore because clearly you're able to, to get that money on your own now. Congrats, see you later. But then if something happens in the future, there's a rapid reinstatement feature that allows me to be able to get back on the system without ever having to be reevaluated. I don't ever have to be questioned as if I still qualify. And that's a specific rule for my specific province in my country. But I would assume most places around the world are around the same. Why Putin? Phil, when's the next Twitch stream? Oof. I see Japanese once had provinces, but the system was changed, so I knew Japan had provinces from history movies and books. Just read up on it. Oh wow, 132 views overall. So I think what I'll do is because my bum is gonna like explode. Because it hurts, not because get your mind out of the gutter. But that actually sounded really bad, but I know what I meant. My muscles are just absolutely killing me sitting in this chair for 2.5 hours straight. Ugh. I normally would have gotten up like 10 times by now. But anyhow, the time is... let me just do this here really quick, sorry. Okay. There's a chance I could be back in about a half hour-ish, but only for about a half hour. And then I would have, my supper and stuff like that, and then I got to do some cleaning up around the house and all that. And then it'll just be like my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. But yeah. So my schedule is relatively always the same. So like early in the morning, if I do wake up on time like I did today, usually around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning Eastern time, which is like 2 a.m. Pacific. If I wake up early, then there's always that 1 p.m. window, which is now the 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's usually always consistent. And then anything from now, which is near 4 o'clock Eastern, to 8, it's kind of like sporadic. That's the part that's not consistent. But then the 8 o'clock one is always consistent. So to sum it up, because I probably made that really confusing, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern are my set times that 99% of the time I can do a stream at those times. Anything in between that is kind of like it can be a little bit all over the place. It's not always set in stone for those additional times. But yeah. No FAP time. None of that. So late 1800s, provinces were dropped in Japan. Oh, okay. Oh, that is interesting. Wonder what disability is like in North Korea. I'm thinking they pay a payment. Ooh, with bullet. Yeah. Yeah, some places are definitely rougher than others. There's no doubt about that. But yeah. Anyhow. So I'm going to go take a break, stretch my legs. I feel like they're cramping. Like I said, I also have really bad ADHD, so I always have to be like moving around and stuff like that. Right, that's what Pjorm is saying. Yeah, that's what Pjorm is saying. He just said you learn something new every day. Miscommunication. It happens. But anyhow, thanks for stopping by. And like I said, there is a chance I could be back for only a tiny bit, maybe a half hour-ish. But if not, I'll be back in roughly 4 hours from now. But then again, if I do it on YouTube, you'll get a notification anyways that I went live. And if I decide to go on Twitch to kind of work on my Twitch a little bit, to try to get close to 50 followers, I think I'm at 39, and I need 50 to become an affiliate with Twitch. I'll just post a community, message, hey, I'm twitching live on Twitch, like I usually do sometimes, and go from there. But yeah. All right, I'm going to go, or I'll just keep rambling all night. No one wants that. And I shall be back relatively soon.